all good things must come to an end. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things we want to see in the fourth and final season of The Good Place. For this list, we're considering things that have been foreshadowed, referenced, and established throughout the first 3 seasons, as well as stuff that we would just plain like to see while we still can. Since we'll be taking plot points from the first 3 seasons into account, there will be spoilers.
You see, in The Good Place, every person gets to live in a home that perfectly matches his or her true essence.
Number 10. The Love Triangle. Season 3 left Chidi and Eleanor's romance in a rather precarious position.
That would be erasing
us. I know.
With Chidi's memories of both her and Simone wiped away, it's possible he could once again fall for either woman. With Eleanor posing as the architect this season, though, things are a bit complicated to say the least.
Hi, Simone. I'm Eleanor. Come on in.
Eleanor's character growth and commitment to the experiment will surely be tested, as interfering with Chidi's actions or feelings would surely put the ball in Shawn's court. With the stakes higher than ever, the core romance is thrown through a creative ethical loop for our final batch of episodes, and it will be interesting to see how the writers decide to tackle it.
I've always been good at pretending I've never met people before. It's kind of my go-to power move.
Number 9. Conclusion to philosophical themes. The Good Place manages to be more clever than most other modern sitcoms by wearing its philosophical themes on its sleeves and exploring them with its eclectic cast of characters.
Quick summary of contractualism. Imagine a group of reasonable people are coming up with the rules for a new society.
Like if your Uber driver talks to you, the ride should be free?
Sure.
We've seen this explicitly explored via the trolley problem and recurring references to the book What We Owe to Each Other, and we would like to see these concepts bookended during the final season's test.
I am choosing to switch tracks, so that way I only kill one person.
Oh, forgot to tell you, this is the scenario where you actually know one of the people.
While we're not expecting the show to answer these unanswerable dilemmas, we would still like to see some kind of resolution to the ideas that the series has brought up. Doing this would really cement its status as one that tells a complete story with something to say, and at this point, we really expect nothing less.
There are no fixed rules that work in every situation. Like, let's say you promised your friend you'd go to the movies, but then your mom suddenly gets rushed to the ER. Your boy Kant would say, never break a promise.
Number 8. Shawn's Comeuppance. We simply cannot overstate the love we have for character actor Mark Evan Jackson.
You're really happy?
Can't you tell? I'm basically squealing like a birthday girl.
That said, his deadpan, nefarious portrayal of Shawn has resulted in one of the most hateable villains in recent memory.
Who taught you how to turn a human inside out by reaching down their throat and grabbing their butt from the inside?
You did.
You got that right, sister.
After messing with our beloved hero season after season with little repercussions, we would love to see this demonic fiend finally face some consequences. Given how creative The Good Place tends to be with its metaphysical fantasy, we're looking forward to what the show's team has in store for this jerk.
Why can't you leave us alone? You don't have enough nostrils to stuff with wasps?
I don't want just any wasp nostrils. I want these wasp nostrils.
Our fingers are crossed that his punishment will come at the hands of either Michael or Maya Rudolph's superb interdimensional judge.
A little bit crazy. It's Looney Tunes.
Number 7. Results of the test. While we would love 10 more seasons of the show, creator Michael Schur has said that 4 seasons would constitute the story the writers wanted to tell. As such, it makes sense that the 4th season's gambit was one that would bring the primary themes of the series front and center.
Because every day the world gets a little more complicated, and being a good person gets a little harder.
Michael and company are tasked with proving that a new foursome can better each other just like they did in The Good Place. It's a fun idea that puts each character, especially Eleanor, in a totally new position and brings the story full circle.
Shawn didn't just choose a bunch of serial killers, he chose your tormentors or arch rivals.
Or exes. Those motherforkers.
While it's certainly a big task, we look forward to seeing our heroes get challenged, and we're hoping they can pull it off.
I believe that we're destined to succeed. There is nothing that the bad place can throw at us that we can't handle. Because we are an incredible, inspiring, brilliant group of
Supercharged D-bag ass-wiping maniacs.
Number 6. Justice for Michael. Ted Danson's performance as Michael has consistently been a high point in a show already full of great elements.
Oh, man. I can't believe you figured it out.
As Michael watches the humans learn from each other, he begins to develop a sense of empathy and joins their side.
I was so scared for you.
I told you he was on our side.
You're my friends, and I wanted to save you.
Now that Michael is a certified good guy, we would love to see him get an ending where he isn't retired, but instead leads the afterlife into a new era of compassion and reformation. The humans may have had quite a bit of growth throughout the series, but there's no doubt that Michael has come the farthest. Since, he literally began as an evil being meant to torture others.
They need you.
No.
Step away from the portal.
Goodbye.
No, wait!
But damn it if he isn't the most lovable being of his kind that you've ever seen. Number 5. More Janet and Jason. Jason and Janet's relationship is the classic dead boy meets a not a robot, not a girl story.
Janet, my digital queen. Janet, we can dare to dream. Send nude pics of your heart to me. Jacksonville Jaguars rule!
Ever since their impromptu wedding, we wanted these weirdos to end up together. And after their reunion at the end of season 3, it looks like we'll be getting a lot more of them. Despite being relatively one-dimensional characters on the surface, they really bring out the humanity in each other, and they have some great comedic chemistry.
You two are married.
Hells yeah, homie. We love each other. She makes the bass drop. In my heart.
And Jason is a person who was near me.
We love them because they prove that even the most oblivious dork has a digital queen somewhere out there. And even though Derek has been a thorn in their side, we have a feeling these crazy kids are gonna be okay.
Do you want to try being boyfriend-girlfriend?
I'm not a girl. But yes, I'd very much like to go on a date with you somewhere sometime.
Number 4. Eleanor the Architect.
I'm gone.
Michael?
Oh yeah, I'm gone.
Whoa.
I can't do this.
Eleanor has come a long way from the selfish misanthrope that she began the series as, which is why it will be so intriguing to see her take on Michael's role of architect in the last season.
Fun little update. Michael is feeling a bit overwhelmed, so new plan. I'm now the architect.
After being forced to take a more hands-on role in the project, she'll have to guide the new participants through a system that she barely understands. There's nothing more fun than watching these guys fake it till they make it, and we're sure we'll be treated to plenty of bizarre gags. It's also a safe bet that Janet will be involved in most of them, and who doesn't want that?
And if you need anything, you can always ask Janet. Janet?
Hi there, how can I help you?
Oh, a secretary. Great.
Not a secretary.
Fine. Executive assistant. Here we go with all the terms we gotta learn, right?
Number 3. The return of Chidi's memories. As season 3 came to a close, Chidi decided that the best course of action would be to erase his memories of Simone to maintain the integrity of the test. We already talked about the interesting position this puts the characters in, but it would be a shame to throw away 3 seasons of character development. That's why we're pretty sure that we'll see our favorite ethics professor get his memories back at some point in this final stretch.
I'm sorry, this has been so overwhelming. I forgot your name.
Eleanor.
Eleanor! Right. Sorry. Eleanor. Now I'll never forget.
Well, you might.
Though it was a heroic sacrifice to give up his memories, a better character arc would require the man who couldn't make a choice making the difficult decision between Simone and Eleanor.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Cute guy generated by my rapidly decaying temporal lobe.
Speaking of which, number 2, closure for Eleanor and Chidi's relationship.
You're a nice person, Chidi. Anaconda.
Anagonye.
Aganokomunga.
Chidi and Eleanor seem like polar opposites at the start of the show, but the two were able to bring out the best in each other and fell in love many times.
In the case that we are eternally doomed, I thought it might be worth mentioning that I do have feelings for you.
Several wrenches have been thrown into this storyline, but since it's been a common thread throughout the series, we're expecting some kind of conclusion. We're not necessarily saying that they need to end up together, although we would certainly prefer that, but we at least need something from the show's main love story. Whether it makes us believe in love or turns us into total nihilists, we're excited to see where The Good Place takes them. But please, don't hurt us like that. Though I'm sad to see it go, The Good Place really had the perfect amount of seasons. It'll be hard to top a show with that big of a twist in the first season, no less. Here's some stuff I'd like to see before I have to say goodbye though, including more Tahani outfits I wanna steal.
And I would just like to quickly say, if any of you would like to play tennis tonight, we have 36 regulation grass tennis courts. Such fun. Cheers!
Tahani, rude, condescending bench.
This is nuts. We're in a void in the body of a white lady.
Not a lady, darling.
But we are white. Let's all say white people things. Billy Joel. I found it on Etsy. There was nowhere to park. Did you refill the Brita?
But I'm starting to think there might be more to life than amateur street dancing competitions.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. A happy ending for our protagonists. The Good Place is one of the most unabashedly optimistic shows to grace our screens in a TV era oversaturated with nihilism.
Well, I suppose some part of me possibly has a sense of casual kinship with you. Much as one might be fond of a street cat.
For a series ostensibly centered around 4 people who have earned their spots in the bad place, the idea that a person can improve oneself has always remained at the Good Place's core. For 3 seasons, Eleanor, Michael, Jason, Tahani, Chidi, and even Janet have taught one another lessons about what it means to be a better person. After joining these wonderful characters on this incredible journey of self-betterment, we can't wait to see how it all turns out.
I guess all I can do is embrace the pandemonium. Find happiness in the unique insanity of being here. Now.
We'll do this together.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.